Fish, the underwater world's unsung heroes. Introduction. Take a moment and picture the ocean. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Maybe the crashing waves, coral reefs, or a calm lake. But dive beneath the surface, and you'll find the true stars of aquatic life, fish. Fishes are some of the most diverse and fascinating creatures on Earth, ranging from the ethereal schools of sardines to the enigmatic anglerfish, a solitary fish with an odd appearance. We will take a deep dive, pun intended, into the fish kingdom in this article, examining their cultural significance and role in our ecosystems as well as their biology and species types. There is something about fish that you should know, whether you are a fisherman, a marine biologist, or just a sushi lover. 2. What is a fish? Fish are cold-blooded vertebrates that breathe through their gills and live in water. They have fins instead of limbs and scales covering most of their bodies. Fish, unlike mammals and amphibians, never leave the water. They've been around for over 500 million years, and today, there are more than 34,000 recognized species, making them the most diverse group of vertebrates on the planet. Fish belong to the biological group known as Pisces, which is no longer used as an official scientific classification but is still a useful term. They range in size from the tiny Paedocyprus progenetica, barely half an inch long, to the giant whale shark, which can grow up to 40 feet long. 3. The evolutionary history of fish. Fish were among the first vertebrates to evolve, and they've been swimming the world's waters long before dinosaurs roamed the earth. The earliest fish didn't have jaws, just a mouth that sucked in food. Over time, they developed bony structures, fins, and better ways to move through water. Here's a brief look at the fish timeline. Agnatha, jawless fish. These ancient fish, like today's lampreys and hagfish, were the first to appear. Placoderms, armored fish, early jawed fish that had bony plates covering their bodies. Cartilaginous fish, sharks, skates, and rays belong here, with skeletons made of cartilage. Bony fish, this includes the vast majority of fish species today. They evolved with skeletons made of true bone and more advanced gill systems. 4. Fish anatomy and physiology. Fish might all swim and breathe underwater, but their anatomy can vary wildly. However, most fish share a few core features. Body structure. Head contains the brain, gills, eyes, and mouth. The heart, liver, and intestines are all located in the trunk. The tail is used to move. Fins. Fins on the pectorals, for steering, dorsal fin, stability. Caudal fin, tail, for speed. Pelvic and anal fins, balance. Scales. The pattern and texture of fish scales vary. Some are smooth and shiny like a salmon's, others are rough and armored like a pufferfish's. Gills. Fish lungs are made of gills. They extract oxygen from the water and expel carbon dioxide. Water flows over the gill membranes, which are rich in blood vessels. Swim bladder. Most bony fish have this gas-filled organ that lets them float at different depths without using energy. 5. Fish species. Fish are usually divided into 3 broad categories. 1. Jawless fish, Agnatha. These are the most primitive. Examples: lampreys. Hagfish. 2. Cartilaginous fish, Chondrichthyes. These fish have flexible skeletons made of cartilage instead of bone. Examples: sharks. Rays. Skates. 3. Bony fish, Osteichthyes. The majority of fish species are made up of these. Examples: salmon. Tuna. Trout. Angelfish. They are further subdivided as follows: ray-finned fish, like bass and goldfish. Lobe-finned fish, like the rare coelacanth. 6. Famous fish from various countries. Some fish have achieved global fame, not just in biology, but in culture and history. Clownfish, this little orange fish is well known all over the world because of Finding Nemo. Betta fish, popular in aquariums for their beauty and aggression. Goldfish. A domestic favorite, often seen in bowls, though they deserve tanks. Great white shark, feared and revered, largely due to jaws. Koi carp, sacred and symbolic in Japanese culture. Piranha, misunderstood, but often shown in movies as flesh-hungry monsters, the role of fish in ecosystems. Fish aren't just beautiful or tasty, they play crucial roles in ecosystems around the world. Whether they're tiny plankton-feeding minnows or massive apex predators like sharks, fish maintain the balance of aquatic environments. Trophic levels and the food web. In aquatic ecosystems, fish operate on various trophic levels, which means they are both predators and prey. Herbivorous fish, like parrotfish, keep algae growth in check. Carnivorous fish, like barracudas, control populations of smaller animals. Scavenger fish, like catfish, clean the environment by feeding on dead matter. Nutrient cycling. When fish excrete waste, they're actually fertilizing their surroundings. Their waste contributes to nutrient cycling, essential nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus to aquatic plants and coral reefs. Keystone species. Scientists refer to some fish as keystone species, meaning that their disappearance could result in the collapse of the ecosystem as a whole. For example, parrotfish help maintain coral reef health by feeding on algae that would otherwise overrun the corals. 8. Fish and human culture. Fish have been with us for thousands of years, not just as food, but as symbols, stories, and spiritual icons. Religious and spiritual significance. Early Christians in Christianity used the fish symbol, ichthyes, to identify themselves during Roman persecution. In Hinduism, one of the incarnations of the god Vishnu was as a fish, Matsya, who saved humanity from a great flood. In Buddhism, two golden fish represent happiness and freedom. Folklore and mythology. Mermaids are part human, part fish mythical beings. The feng shui arowana fish is believed to bring wealth and prosperity. Fishing tales, the one that got away, have been a part of oral tradition for generations. Literature and fine art. Famous works that feature fish include The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. Moby Dick by Herman Melville. Yes, whales are mammals, but the whaling culture overlaps deeply with fish imagery. Countless paintings, tattoos, and sculptures around the globe. 9. Fishing, a sport or a need? Fishing began as a basic survival activity and has since evolved into a multi-billion-dollar global industry, hobby, and even competitive sport. Traditional fishing. For centuries, people have fished using simple tools. Spears, nets, traps, hooks carved from bones or wood. Modern commercial fishing. Today, massive trawlers and cutting-edge GPS are used in commercial fishing to catch fish on an industrial scale. Unfortunately,